My name is Jeff Brandt. I'm an engineer on the West Side Subway extension in Los Angeles. Kind of an underground engineer, field engineer at this point in my career. I kind of always grew up playing with Legos, mechanics, and structural toys and that kind of stuff, where it seemed to make a lot of sense that this was something I wanted to do. I had no idea of what a tunnel was going to be like, what an engineer inside of a tunnel does or anything to do, and after walking into that first tunnel, I kind of knew that this was something very unique, very special to kind of do, and it caught my eye that you're inside of there and it's just, like you said, it's a moving factory. It's just this giant mechanized machine that is carving away the earth and building a beautiful concrete lined structure behind it. Everything that goes into those machines, everything that goes into these tunnels, it doesn't just show up already ready to go. Every tunnel is very different. So there's a lot of work that goes into years in advance of creating the machine, creating the process that builds that specific tunnel for that specific ground. The job that I'm given is, as a young engineer, we're still given the top. All responsibility that goes into making that job or to making that machine work is left on us. The job goes 24/7. Everybody can't be there all the time, so somebody has to be put in charge. And as an engineer at a young age, you're given that opportunity to be the one in charge. And so a lot of this work that happens, people look to you to make a decision, and you kind of fall back onto your skills and to what you know is to be right to keep going forward. You have to make those decisions right away, and even at a young age, we're given that opportunity. School does a great job of giving you the basics of what you really need to do some of this work, but until you actually get out in the field, you don't even know what's out there. I mean, this is a great site here that if you're around the corner of this block on this street in San Francisco, you don't even know this job's going on here. But until you kind of walk around and see it, it's incredible what they're building. So really, field experience is the best thing that you can do to understand what you're capable of and what really you have that passion for. I don't think a lot of people don't find that in the classroom. It's more out with their eyes open in the field. My first full project in my career was the Seattle U220 University Link Light Rail. So that was probably my favorite project that I've been on, because I actually got to see that pretty much from its very early stages of just cutting the earth down, setting our station, launching the tunnel boring machine to completion of both tunnels. So I was literally the first person who walked into each tunnel and walked out the other side of those tunnels. I crawled through the cutter head as we broke the ground and everything. So I claim those as kind of my very first birth into the underground kind of scene, and really found that to be where that passion grew. I think the people that we work with in this construction field and stuff are incredible. It's a lot of guys all the way from the top engineers in the entire field to laborers that really all they've done is work their whole life, that actually build these jobs that bring these cities around. The work that they do is incredible. I've worked with some very talented, intelligent guys that I've learned a lot from, and I've worked with a lot of guys that work hard every day that I've learned a lot from, that are in the field that just, you're always surprised of what you gain from somebody. You don't really know until you work alongside of them, but the people that I've seen in this construction field are always amazing. So design build so far is kind of my first one, but it's a different pace. Well, it's the second job, different pace. Usually we're given a set of projects that we kind of or a set of plans that it's build this. Design build is kind of, here's the thought, how do you want to build this, and can you, and then let's go through the process while you build it almost. So I think there's it's a little, at the beginning it's slower paced, and then as it goes, I think the speed quickens up more so than even just a regular bid build. And so there's been a lot of, you got to do a lot of communication. It's paramount, it's communication. So everything with the designer and the contractor they happen at the same time. You're building it as you kind of see it, as you see the design taking place. So it's been a very interesting task for myself, is because I'm used to, here's the plan, can you make this happen? Or make this happen. And now it's more of, here's the idea, can you put together the plan and make it happen? In heavy construction, I definitely do a lot of design work, a lot of planning, a lot of estimating before we actually get out there in the field and do the physical work, which is the beautiful thing about this field. So you get to do both sides of construction, of design and application.